Now, let me quickly walk you through how to trade crypto from start to end, A to Z on Coinbase platform. All right, so let me just quickly walk you through the entire Coinbase platform, so you know exactly how to invest on there, how to trade, and what every single one of these buttons actually means and what they actually do, instead of clicking around like a stupid, confused hamster, you know? So first things first, when you go to Coinbase.com, go and create an account, right? They will probably require some legal details from you, like your name, your identification document, so on and so forth. Once you've created your account, this is what you will see, all right? This is the home screen. On the right-hand side, this is where you get to buy, sell, or convert cryptocurrency. So buy, very simple. You want to buy Bitcoin, or you want to buy however much of like whatever crypto you want to buy, you can just buy it right here. And you can choose to buy like literally anything, right? Tether, XRP, Solana, Dogecoin, whatever you want to buy, you can buy it over here. Cool. Now, if you want to sell, this is where you sell, all right? And then if you want to convert a specific cryptocurrency to another sort of currency, like converting crypto to Bitcoin, you can just do something like this. Nope, please do not do that. But yeah, you can just convert whatever cryptocurrency that you currently own to another cryptocurrency, right? So you will sell off this particular currency and you will buy this other currency. All right, so quite simple. Buy, sell, convert. Send crypto, this is where you can send to another person, right? I shouldn't be showing that, right? But yeah, this is where you can send crypto to another person. And then this is where you can receive crypto, right? So if you want to send me crypto, I can give you my wallet address right here and then you can send it to me. And then this is where you can deposit your money over here via, you know, a few methods right here, bank transfer, so on and so forth. And then if you want to withdraw the cash that you have in this particular account, just press this button right here. Okay, so this right here is quite self-explanatory. You can also set up like a recurring buy order. So if you are someone who want to invest, you know, you want to like dollar cost average into Bitcoin, set aside like 5K a month to put into it, this is where you can set up like a recurring daily, weekly, or bi-weekly or monthly purchases. All right, so this is where you pretty much buy, sell, convert Bitcoin. This is like the simple platform. This is not really for you to trade, okay? For you to trade, you want to be using the advanced platform. All right, before I go to the advanced platform, right, once again, just to show you like the remaining cool features is you can add your favorite currencies, your favorite cryptocurrencies over here onto your watch list itself. And then you can see all your assets in here. You can see this is how much Bitcoin and Ethereum that I currently own right now. It's fluctuating, going a little bit crazy right now. The market is getting a little bit hot right now. So yeah, we're kind of down right now, but it's okay. And then this is where you can see all the transactions, which I'm not going to show you because those are like kind of private. And then this is where you can explore like, you know, the different cryptocurrencies. You can see the top gain, the top losers, so on and so forth. Very, very cool. Okay, and then you can see a derivative right here. I'm going to go through this in a bit. And then Coinbase One, this is like the additional subscription, which I'm not really go through. All right, so when you press this button, you will go to Coinbase Advanced mode. And this is where you're going to spend majority of your time if you are trading crypto on Coinbase itself. The first thing you must understand is that over here, this is really where we do like the intense trading. You know, we can see the candlestick charts, we can see the order book, we can place our buy and sell orders. The basic mode, it's not really ideal for trading. It's more for like investing, more for like buying assets, right? But if you're actively trading, you want to see every single move in price, click on this button right here and go to the advanced mode. All right, and on the left-hand side, you can see there is spot, derivative, orders, portfolio, and referral. All right, these are basically like different rooms of the house itself. Spot trading is basically you are trading your asset. So if you trade spot, you actually own the asset itself. You're trading your own Bitcoin. Derivative, on the other hand, or what is also known as perpetuous, this is where you are just simply trading the price movement of the asset with leverage. Okay, so that's the main difference. Like I said, majority of traders out there, you know, if you're a beginner, you don't want to be over leveraging, you don't want to be risking money, can't afford to lose, you're much more better off just trading whatever you have. Like start a small account and just spot trading crypto. All right, simple, Gucci. And in the middle, this is our chart. This is pretty much your battlefield. You can just press this button to like go full screen. But this is where it's similar to trading view. So once again, I'm gonna go through too in-depth into this. But you got your time frames over here. You got your indicators where you can slap on whatever indicators that you want. You got the SMA, EMA, volume, RSI, Bermuda Triangle, indicator, whatever you want. You can just slap on the indicator in here. And on the left-hand side, you got all the tools right here that allow you to actually mark up the charts. You know, you want to mark up your retail and support and resistance level, or like you want to draw like a box right here to indicate that this is actually like a consolidation. You can just do so like over here. All right, so these are all the tools. Like I said, it's pretty much just like trading view, so I'm not really gonna go too deep into this. And if you want to trade clean, you want to mark up your charts very, very clean, just like how I do it. This is where you're going to be relying on these tools right here, right? The trend line tools, so on and so forth, the line tools. So above this chart itself, you can see right here, this is where the interesting stuff happens, all right? So for spot trading, last price, 24-hour volume, 24-hour high, low, this is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to go into that. But I want to go through with you the prices that you see on top when you are looking at like the perpetual, the derivative prices, because this can get a little bit confusing, okay? So let's go from left to right. So the last price, this is the current traded price, okay? Pretty straightforward. This is the price of Bitcoin right now. And that's the price that it's trading at. So if you're going to buy and sell, you're going to be trading at this particular price itself. And then next, we got mark price. This is the one that matters the most. This is what your liquidation is calculated from, not the last traded price. So if your mark price takes your stop loss or your liquidation line, you're done. Even if the chart wick doesn't actually like physically touch into it. So watch your mark price, okay? Very, very important. Professionals watch the mark price, while beginners watch candlesticks and just pray for the best. Next, we got the index price. Index price, this is the fair value that is put from multiple major exchanges. It stops the price from going crazy if one exchange randomly wicks, right? So this is treated as like the market price across like different crypto exchanges. Next, we got your funding rate. The funding rate, once again, this is where it could get a little bit confusing, but this shows whether longs are paying shorts or shorts are paying longs. If the funding is actually positive, like what it is right now, longs pay. If it's negative, then shorts pay. Once again, this is useful because it helps you understand the market bias and the market sentiment. Next, we got the open interest. This is the total open future positions. When open interest climbs up, this means that money is flowing in, right? Volatility is on the way, right? So this pretty much means that a lot of institutions, a lot of traders, there's a lot of trading volume right now, right? Once again, the total open future positions, like basically what you can see right here. And then we got the volume, all right? So volume, this tells you how much is trading right now. High volume confirms that, there's a lot of crazy move in the market right now. Low volume assumes that the market is either half asleep or it's just dead right now, and you're much better off just waiting, right? Rather than trading a market that is quite quiet. Okay, so once again, this allows you to keep track of like the daily trading volume. And then you got your 24-hour high and 24-hour low. Once again, this is the highest price that price has reached to within the past 24 hours. Same thing as this one right here, instead just the lowest price. Okay, so that's pretty much what all these like random numbers that you can see up here actually means. Simple, Gucci. All right, so if you press this button right here, this is where you can choose like whatever you want to be trading, right? You want to be trading Solana, Ethereum, XRP, Doge, whatever it is, you can trade it right here, all right? Same thing, right? Same thing in spot, right? I'm just gonna go through everything on like the derivative platform because this is where a lot of traders is gonna be on, since a lot of people watching this is gonna be using leverage, all right? So those are the prices on top, and that is the price chart. And over here, this is the depth chart. This once again allow you to kind of see like the depth of markets, which basically means like the amount of buy and sell orders in the market right now. This is pretty much synonymous with like the order book that we have on the right hand side right here. All right, so if you look at the order book over here, what does this actually means? This waterfall of like red and green that you can see right now that is like constantly updating every single second. This is what we call the order book. And it shows the bid and ask in real time, right? So you can literally see the exchange between the sellers and the buyers. You can see all the recent trades that is coming through, right? You can see all of this. It's updating every single second. It's because people are actually placing this trade actively, right? And yeah, you can see this is crazy, right? You can actually see the order, the volume right here. And then this is where you got the trade history. Okay, so over here, you can literally see like what are the orders that have been placed for the past few seconds, the past few minutes itself. And if you want to like lower like the frequency of like this thing updating, you can just press this button right here, by the way, right? So this is really, really useful. So once again, you don't really need to like stare at these 24/7, but it's good to just kind of glance to see like the exchange between buyers and sellers to see who's in control of price. Okay, so yeah, you can see right here, very, very simple. And then on the right hand side, this is where you actually place an order. This is where you actually buy or sell, or you place a limit order and wait for price to get there. And then your exchange will actually execute the trade at that particular price itself. The first thing you can see right here on top of the screen is this button right here. And this is where you get to choose cross or isolated. Cross is basically where you are using your whole balance as the margin. You're using your whole, the total balance as the margin itself. And isolated keeps each position separate. Once again, for most beginners out there, you're much better off just using isolated. Or if you're entering for this trade and you're planning to hold it overnight, use isolated, right? Because once again, it literally means that you're isolating the position rather than betting your entire account on that trade itself. And then below here, or rather below here, before we go to the below here, you can see on the right hand side over here, this is where you get to change your leverage. This is where you can choose 1x leverage, 3x leverage, 5x leverage, 20x, 50x, whatever it is, right? And you can get, at most goes up to 50x, right? Which is freaking a lot, okay? So yeah, for beginners, just stick to 2x or 1x or 3x, right? Like I said, you're much better off just ensuring that you know what you're doing to protect your downside and you don't actually get liquidated. So that's leverage. Next, this is where you can actually enter a limit order, a market order, or like a stop limit order, bracket order, or like T-bot order, right? So this is where you can choose a price that you want to enter at. So for example, you want to enter at 106.10675 right here, but price is only at 1065 right now. You can place a limit order at this price, and then once price eventually get up to that price, your exchange will automatically take you into the trade itself. So that's basically what limit order means. Market order is where you just enter for the trade right now based on the market price, right? Based on the price that Bitcoin is currently trading at. And then over here, this is where you can decide like how much money you want to be trading, right? It could be $100, $1,000, whatever amount of money you want to be trading, just go and put it in here. Okay, so the other stuff is like notional value, margin required. You can see everything is explained on the screen right here. Notional value is pretty much the value of this order before fees and leverage, calculated based on the price of the underlying asset times the contract multiplier. And then margin required is the amount of funds before fees that must be available in your account to place an order based on the current market price. So it's basically you need to have like this amount of money so that you can actually place this large of an order. And if you don't have that, then you cannot place that order. Or even if you do with leverage, there's a very high chance that you're going to get margin caught, which means that the exchange is going to liquidate your position if it goes against you, it goes against your trade ideal, if it exceeds your account balance, right? If it exceeds the margin itself, which means you're going to blow your account, all right? So that's pretty much what it all means. And then you can also place your take profit and stop loss right here. Stop loss is pretty much you place it at a level which invalidates your trade ideal. Take profit is where you place it at a level where you want to get out of if price actually doesn't go in a way. As simple as that. Like I said, very important. Every single trade, no matter how confident you are, just place your stop loss and take profit. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much everything. The last thing I'll probably go through is probably like these orders and position right here. Okay, so this orders over here, once you open a position, this is where you'll see all your open position over here. And then this is where you can also see like all your P&L, price filling you in, so on and so forth, right? Basically everything about your trades will happen over here. And this is pretty much it, right? We pretty much just cover everything. Yeah, deposit money, manage your funds right here, right? And then you can also go to like the portfolio over here, look at your crypto portfolio to see how it is doing. But yeah, other than that, I don't think there's much else for me to cover itself. You can see all your orders in here. And then this is more for like the referral program. And yeah, that's pretty much how you use the Coinbase platform to trade. So if you want to start, right, like I said, if you want to trade, just use the advanced platform. If you're investing, just use the basic platform. It's more than good enough. It's more than sufficient. It allows you to see all how your crypto is doing as well. But yeah, if you want to actually trade actively, come on to the advanced platform. Go for spot trading at the start, right? Trade with the money you can afford to lose. And eventually, as you get competent and you know how to use leverage and you actually know what you are doing, then you can think about trading derivative, which is a little bit more risky because once again, you got leverage actually involved. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go back to the slides.